All right, this is Zeriak back again. Um, Turning things around a little bit, going away from the tutorials and walkthroughs. Um, Getting back to a game I've been playing off and on for a while now, Simulator 2025. But I decided to give myself a new challenge. It's done one of two ways. The first way is starting off with 100,000, uh, new farm, no loans. Let's go into the settings here. Um, I've turned off the autosave, turning down the time to real time. Economic difficulty depends on what you want to do. You can set it to easy, normal, or hard. I turn off the traffic just because I don't like the traffic. Turned off seasonal growth, but that's not doesn't have to be turned off. Turned off the snow since the seasons are off. Turned off crop destructions so I can cross the fields and uh, get from point A to point B. Left everything else on. Disaster, I turned to visuals since you are starting off with limited uh, um, resources. Um, so we're going to go back in here, um, exit that. One of the key things of this game is I do not let myself buy anything brand new. It's either got to be leased or bought used, and that can make things a little difficult when it comes to getting your equipment, especially if you're in starting at the Frankenmuth map. Um, if you're starting with that map, it is very limited. You're running with basically self-sufficient uh, farming implements or farming techniques. I personally have found starting with the largest um of the uh, greenhouses, getting as many as 10 or 12 on this first field that I buy. This is 25,000. I buy this one and this is where I start. And I will run a day. Uh, Before we start this, I'm going to go over to the other side of the map. We're going to call it an episode, and then I'm going to do a couple videos, 5 to 10 videos on each side and alternate. But I'll start off with it'll give me probably um, two greenhouses, and I have a mod that allows for water. So you basically you buy water from a water company. It's a mod that supplies your greenhouses with water, so you don't have to buy or lease a truck and a water tank and buy a water tower. To me, it strikes me as a bit more realistic, especially what I'm trying to do. Uh, if you decide that you want to do the water tank and the truck and the water tower and ride around and even get the 500,000 uh, gallon water tank, you can do that. But my goal is always to get as successful as possible, so I can buy the lot across the street, the lot over here, and do some little minor um, adjustments to the land. I found that these, especially on the south side um, of the map, if there's a ditch like this, 9 out of 10 times your AI driver is going to drive straight in the ditch. So once I start uh, working on the land, plots of land that have a ditch in front of them, especially on this map, I eliminate or fill in the ditch as much as possible. That's about enough for here. It's about 20 minutes into the game day. We're going to um, quick save it here, and then we're going to go to the other map. So save it here, quit, and now we're going to go to the other map. The other map that I've chosen for this 100K challenge is the Riverbend Springs. This is one of my favorite maps. I don't think anything will ever beat my favorite map of the Michigan map. It's no longer available through Giants. The modder that made it uh, became disgruntled with the way things were going, took all their mods off the site, and just gave up. They'll probably never see this video, but if they, in the off chance that they do, please come back. You had some great maps. Um, Sad to see you go. But now here we are in the Riverbend Springs map. I did in this one. I decided to go with the starting farm since it's very minimal. Um, you start off with plots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 being where we are right now, with the starting farm and just enough implements, farming implements to get us started. Um, the goal with this one is a little bit more of the arable farming. I will ultimately end up um, with a TMR facility right here. I will sell the cattle off over here, and this is going to be more of a traditional farm. This one starts off a little bit slower than the other ones. I'll get everything going, and again, I've got to change the settings. So we're going to go into here. Um, Autosave is off. Seasonal growth is off. So I've already changed all this stuff. Just seeing the weeds over there kind of made me a little on the upset side, but you can never get in here and get the weeds turned off. So basically what's going to happen here is I'm going to work these 3 plots individually for a while. I'm probably going to do uh, grass up here and wheat down on the bottom. Um, and I'll be doing a little bit more with the baling, creating straw bales up here and grass bales down on field 2. Um, I am not selling anything off, and I have a little bit more liberty on this field. On this one, if I so choose, I will do um, the newer stuff and the used, but I will not do leasing on this one. Um, but the whole goal is just to plan 2 different styles. Like I said, I'm not selling any of the buildings off. I'm going to start off by selling the three cows over here and work on getting uh, the TMR facility going and get this set up. And as soon as the cows become adults, they're going to sell off. This is going to be my main source of income over here is cows until I get to a point where I feel like it's good enough to start going in more for a dairy farm. I'm not familiar with dairy farms in this game. Um, I'm only familiar with uh, chicken and pig production. I've done a little bit with sheep, but this seemed like the best map for the 100K challenge based entirely on what you start off with and my familiarity with the map. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this off here. I'm not editing these videos. It's just going to be uh, what one video that gets aired is just going to be that activities for the day, and then it will air. I will air a series of, if it's a longer day, 1 or 2 days per video. If they're a bunch of quick ones, then it's going to be uh, individual shorts or a one longer 20-25 minute video. Thank you for listening to this, and I'd like to see you coming back, watching me as I progress with with this challenge. 5 to 10 episodes per farm, and we will see which farm grows faster. If Frankenmuth grows faster, or if Riverbend grows faster.